Hello and welcome to YNWA Transfer News, your ultimate source for all Liverpool FC transfer news. Our first news is this. Jurgen Klopp's class on full display with message to old rival Pep Guardiola. Liverpool legend Jurgen Klopp has sent a message to Pep Guardiola ahead of the Manchester City boss taking charge of his 1,000th game. As a manager, Guardiola will take on Arne Slot's side at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday, looking to close the gap to Arsenal at the top of the table, and in doing so, he will reach the four-figure milestone. The Gunners are gearing up to face Sunderland today. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the 1,000 Club, Klopp says in a video message on Sky Sports. I can't believe that you look that young and you already reached this incredible landmark. I probably don't have to say that I reached it 81 games ago, but that is probably the only time when I arrived before you. It's all good. I said it a million times. It was a pleasure and it was an honor to face you that often during our career. The most difficult games, but anyhow, the games I enjoyed the most. You were, and you are an inspiration to all of us. The way that you understand football is pretty much second to none. The desire you show every day is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, another legendary club that you are a member of now. On to the next 1,000. All the best. Speak soon and have a wonderful celebration. Maybe you celebrate it with a glass of red wine. Guardiola mentioned Klopp during his pre-match press conference on Friday, with the German one of his biggest sporting rivals, especially when they were in the Premier League, but also in Germany. Liverpool, especially under Jurgen, has been my biggest rival in this country, Guardiola said. It could not be better, to be honest. The best in the universe decides this. It's nice to live in, and I know how quickly things go here. 1 week ago, Liverpool had 6 defeats. Disaster. And now they have won 2. They are the best. I am pretty sure that all the managers have a little bit more perspective in this situation and know they have ups and downs. I have a high opinion of Liverpool right now, last season, and when they were losing 6 games in 7. It's the same. I think we pushed Liverpool to be better, and Liverpool pushed us to be better. That's for sure. Fabrizio Romano shares Dominic Szoboszlai contract update at Liverpool in the last few days. Talk of Dominic Szoboszlai earning a new contract at Liverpool has emerged over the last few weeks. The attacking midfielder has been one of the Reds' most important players this term, with his performances alone often earning Liverpool 3 points. Whether he's used as a midfielder or as a fullback, Szoboszlai has consistently been one of Liverpool's best-performing players. Due to this, rumors of a potential extension have emerged, with fans begging Fenway Sports Group to get out their checkbook and lock the former RB Leipzig man down for as long as possible. And now, Fabrizio Romano has shared his latest news on the situation. Fabrizio Romano says contract talks between Liverpool and Dominic Szoboszlai have advanced over the last few days. Without Szoboszlai among their ranks this season, Liverpool would have been even worse off. Although the Reds have managed to win both of their last 2 games against Aston Villa and Real Madrid, there are still plenty of improvements that could be made. However, now that Slot has reverted to his midfield 3 from last season, things seem to be going much better than they were in October, with Romano sharing a fresh update on Szoboszlai's contract situation. Florian Wirtz will have a lot of work to do if he wants to take Dominic Szoboszlai's place. Liverpool's transfer of Florian Wirtz was one of the most talked-about moves of the window. Other clubs, such as Manchester City, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich, were all interested in acquiring his services. In the end, Slot's vision for the German convinced him to join Liverpool, but unfortunately, things haven't quite gone to plan. Since the Anfield outfit faced so many low blocks, a traditional number 10 doesn't always work out, which is exactly what the 22-year-old is. Technically, Szoboszlai is the Reds' number 10, but since he tracks back and helps out in defense, he ends up being much more useful than Wirtz would be. This is why, even though Liverpool spent $116 million on an attacking midfielder, Wirtz is going to find it hard to boot Szoboszlai out of his place. Key stats reveal what to expect from Liverpool's clash with Manchester City. Liverpool travel to the Etihad Stadium this Sunday to face Manchester City in what promises to be another high-stakes Premier League clash. Both teams are familiar foes, and history suggests this won't be an easy afternoon for the Reds. Over the years, meetings between Liverpool and City have delivered drama, goals, and tactical battles that shape the title race. Arne Slot's side arrive with confidence, having shown resilience in recent matches. Liverpool fans know this fixture is about more than just 3 points. It's about pride, record books, and the ongoing rivalry that has defined English football in the Guardiola era. Away trips to City have not always been easy. The Reds have lost their last 3 league games on the road, but they have proven in the past that they can turn the tide against the Premier League champions. Manchester City, under Pep Guardiola, are consistent and dangerous. Guardiola's teams are rarely easy to break down, but Liverpool have a history of challenging him and his side in big matches. Sunday's fixture is also the final match before the international break, adding extra significance to momentum and points on the table. Stats and facts shaping Sunday's clash. This will be the 199th meeting between Liverpool and City in all competitions. Historically, Liverpool have 95 wins to City's 52. In the Premier League specifically, the Reds have won 23 of 56 meetings, drawn 21, and lost 12 away from home. Liverpool have won 5, lost 10, and drawn 13. City lost both Premier League meetings with Liverpool last season, equaling the number of defeats they had suffered in the previous 12 encounters. Liverpool's 2-0 victory last season means they are chasing consecutive away league wins at City for the first time since 1987-1991 Guardiola's. City have won the most points in the Premier League since April, 42 from 19 games. 9 of 10 Etihad fixtures in that period were victories. Since April, Manchester City have been the most consistent side in the Premier League, collecting 42 points from 19 games. They have won 13, drawn 3, and lost 3, including 9 wins from 10 matches at the Etihad. Liverpool will rely heavily on their key players, with Mohamed Salah again a major threat. In the Premier League, he has scored 9 goals and provided 6 assists against City. In fact, Salah has been involved in 15 of Liverpool's last 20 league goals against them, either scoring or setting up teammates. City's attack remains dangerous with Erling Haaland leading the line. The Norwegian has already scored 98 goals in 107 Premier League games and is closing in on the fastest-ever 100-goal mark, currently held by Alan Shearer in 124 matches. Liverpool have only failed to score in one of their last 52 league games, the 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest in September 2024. Key players like Virgil van Dijk and Dominic Szoboszlai have played every minute of Liverpool's league campaign. Salah's individual impact has been immense. He recently moved level with Wayne Rooney for goals and assists combined for a single Premier League club with 188 goals and 88 assists. Liverpool's next trip to City could see history rewritten once again, as both teams aim to assert dominance before the international break. I left Liverpool and then rejected Real Madrid twice, but I have no regrets. Roberto Firmino has disclosed the reasons behind his decision to twice snub Real Madrid following his exit from Liverpool. The Reds icon brought the curtain down on his Anfield journey in the summer of 2023, leaving as a free agent after 8 trophy-filled campaigns on Merseyside. The Brazilian netted 111 goals and provided 72 assists across 362 outings during his Liverpool stint, helping propel the Reds to every major piece of silverware, including both the Premier League and Champions League, whilst forming a lethal attacking trio alongside Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. However, after slipping down the hierarchy during his concluding seasons at the club, he chose to depart following unsuccessful contract negotiations with the Reds. The 34-year-old relocated to Saudi Arabia without a transfer fee as he joined Al Ahly, leading the side to an AFC Champions League triumph last season, yet following his exclusion from their Saudi Pro League roster for the campaign's latter half, he was seeking fresh pastures once more. Last summer, as he penned terms with Qatari outfit Al Sadd, Firmino has now disclosed that he attracted attention from Real Madrid in both the summers of 2023 and 2025. Nevertheless, he ultimately rejected a switch to the Bernabeu on both occasions, as he wasn't their primary target. There was Of course, interest from Real Madrid, he told TNT Sports Brazil. To be honest, there was interest. My agency told me about it. And yes, it was recent. Again, recently. But not like before, when there was that offer to go to Arabia. Back then, there was real interest from Madrid. But there were a lot of factors. I wasn't the first or even the second option, so I would have had to wait quite a bit. Not that I'm impatient, but I had to wait, Then the offer from Al Ahly came, and I had to pray and think if that was really the right thing. So that's how it happened. I went to Arabia, and I believe the purpose was fulfilled there. I think that's what was meant to happen. Of course, Real Madrid is a massive club. It would have been a great honor and pleasure to play for Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano. Liverpool advancing to agree deal with fantastic star, trying to be fast. Liverpool transfer news as talks to hand. Dominic Szoboszlai to a new contract are reportedly progressing well. Liverpool are advancing to tie down a key player to a new deal. Reports suggest Dominic Szoboszlai has been the Reds' standout performer this season, and they are said to be moving towards agreeing fresh terms. The midfielder joined Liverpool from RB Leipzig for a fee of $60 million in 2023. Szoboszlai has been a regular starter during his time at Anfield and helped Liverpool win the Premier League title last season. He recorded 8 goals and 9 assists in 49 games in all competitions. And this term, the Hungary international, has taken his displays to another level. He is the only member of Arne Slot's squad who has been consistent, despite the recent run of 6 defeats in 7 games in all competitions. Szoboszlai has netted twice and created 5 in 15 matches. The 25-year-old has 2.5 years remaining on his current Liverpool contract. But according to Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano, the Reds are progressing well to extend Szoboszlai's deal, while they are also keen to reward fellow midfielder Ryan Gravenberch. Liverpool trying to be fast, speaking on his YouTube channel. Romano said, Liverpool are working on the contracts of Ryan Gravenberch and Dominic Szoboszlai. Now talks are progressing with Liverpool and Dominic Szoboszlai over a new contract. Let me be clear, we're not at the final stages. We're not at the verbal stage with Dominic Szoboszlai, but the contacts are continuing. The discussions are ongoing and Liverpool are prepared to improve his salary. That is important news. Szoboszlai is already on a very good salary, but his performances have been fantastic. Gravenberch is also doing very well, and Liverpool want to keep both players for the long term. With Dominic Szoboszlai, contacts have advanced in the past few days. There is still work to do, but there is a very good connection, and Liverpool are trying to be fast with this one. We will see how long it's going to take, but the conversations are ongoing. He is doing very well for Liverpool, and the intention is try to advance. Deal is on, conversations on. Let's see what is going to happen with the next meetings between Szoboszlai and his camp in Liverpool. Slot on Szoboszlai's form. Szoboszlai has started every Premier League and Champions League game for Liverpool so far in the 2025-26 season. He has operated in several positions, including at right back on several occasions. Slot was asked about Szoboszlai's form ahead of Sunday's trip to Premier League title rivals Manchester City. The Anfield head coach was full of praise for the ex-Red Bull Salzburg man, Slot said at his pre-match press conference. I think he's been outstanding throughout the whole season, but these 2 games brought even more out of the team and out of him. For me, for obvious reasons. But it's maybe smarter not to say those reasons because I don't want to say the same things over and over again. And you probably know what I mean without me saying it. I think Dom has a lot of qualities, but one of them is also his work without the ball. And his work without the ball was, I like his work without the ball every single game. And in the last 2 games, that was probably even above his own standards. Liverpool make mega offer for special star to join, Richard. Hughes is already working on Liverpool's next transfer. The club's sporting director was a busy man in the summer. He pretty much transformed Arne Slot's squad, letting a myriad of players leave and a plethora of new ones arrive. In the process, he's heralded a new era at Anfield. Hughes's project alongside Slot is to build another dynasty, one that can conquer it all. Obviously, in order to do that, it's going to take time for everything to come together. You cannot expect Hughes and Slot to do it over the course of one summer. That's why this season we have seen cracks appear, and we are seeing an imperfect Liverpool. Slot is working on fixing that in the present moment. Meanwhile, Hughes is hard at work to give him more ammunition in the squad and to put together the perfect team. There isn't a long way to go now until the January window opens. It's less than 2 months away, and Hughes already has a clear target in mind. With Mo Salah set to leave for the African Cup of Nations, and Federico Chiesa not really in Slot's plans, Liverpool are looking at bringing in a winger in the January window. The reality is that they have not really replaced Luis Diaz in the squad, who left to join Bayern Munich in the summer. Now with Salah going to the AFCON, and Cody Gakpo having a few frustrating elements to his style of play, it makes sense for Liverpool to sign another winger, and they are looking to wrap up a move early with Hughes already making a huge offer. According to Indy Kayla, Liverpool have presented an opening bid of $65 million to Bournemouth. It remains to be seen whether that will be accepted, but the Ghanaian international wants to join the Reds. He's pretty much the perfect fit as well. Semenyo thrives in tight spaces, and he could be really handy to break down deep-lying defenses. At the same time, he's also a very good player off the ball, capable of pressing with intensity that is hugely important for Liverpool. At 25 years old, he's the perfect package, and it helps that Hughes already knows him very well. He brought him to Bournemouth from Bristol City back in the day, recognizing the talent that he had, the talent that now makes him one of the best players in his position in the Premier League. Thank you for watching. Like and comment, subscribe.